Hello, my dear students. I hope you're able to connect. I know today is not the day of the class, but I want you to have this session available for you. And I'm so sorry for not being able to do it yesterday. So don't worry, I will be giving you more time to deliver this activity for week 14. Okay, so I'm just waiting a little bit to see if you are able to connect. Ah, you're here. I'm so happy to see you here. Hello, Nadia, Mish, Susana, Avi, Fernanda, Kaylee, Uriel, Fatima. Hello, how was your break? Did you rest? I hope it was a fantastic break. It's necessary to, completely rest. That's really necessary. Hello, Beta. Hello, Ingrid, Rafael. Hello, hello. Carol. Jorge, hi. Mariela, hi. Jan. So I think it's time to begin. Don't you think? Thank you for joining me. Hello, Axel. And I hope more of you join us. Well, welcome. Welcome to this week 14. And you know my name, and today is November 4th of 2021. We are, well, we're just a few weeks from finishing this course, this July December course. So, just a little bit more, my dear students, just a little bit more of work, and you are going to enjoy, holidays, the holidays that these holidays, the Christmas sometimes feels more special, because sometimes you see family that you don't see very often, and well, many things happen on this specific holiday, the winter holidays. So just a little bit more, and let's work to have an amazing time off that you are able to completely enjoy, and just be ready for your next semester, knowing that you had amazing results from this one. So welcome, Rafa. And let's see, what are we gonna do today? Well, we're going to talk about our week 11. I'm also going to talk about your exam, that you have the results from your second midterm. You already have them on your platform, on your Google Classroom. In case you still need to check them, they are there. Please check everything carefully. So I'm going to just tell you in general what happened with the exam. Check the activities for this week. We're gonna be talking about the past because that's the topic you need to be able to create your learning products for week 14. So many things to do today. And in our previous session, we were talking about the order of adjectives in order to be able to describe something specific. Uh-huh. Well, remember that depends on the number of adjectives you have, but you need to take into account that first you need to say everything related to opinion, then the size, then age, shape, color, nationality, and finally the material that that object is made of. Mhm. And well, here I have some examples of how to classify the adjective. Mhm. Well, that was like uh, actually a few weeks ago. I, I'm just thinking, but yeah, it was weeks ago because we had this topic before the exam, and that was like 3 weeks ago or something like that. So, and then we had the break, and everything was a little bit crazy because we had the break. So, the reminder. Mhm. And what happened during your week 11? Your week 11. Well, I need to tell you that you are describing pretty well the object that is meaningful for you. And I love seeing things that really mean so much for you because that's a really good way to get to know you better. And I know I don't know you face to face, but in this kind of things, I am able to find out more about you. And I really enjoy I really enjoy reading things that uh, are so close to you. This week's activity, it's like that. I will be finding out things about you, and you will see why I say this. But I think there are no problems with your descriptions. Great use of adjectives. Just don't forget to use them. Sometimes you are excited talking about the story of the object or something like that, and sometimes you forget a little bit about adjectives that you need to use. So just be careful about it. So many different objects. uh I mean, it's incredible how how different you can be even when you are from the same BA. you know many different things, and really that's really good because you learn from one another and I learn from you. So really good, many different things, many different experiences. And I hope you enjoyed doing this task as much as I did reading this task, because it was this case, it was specifically to read about it. I think you were including all the aspects, and I really feel that I need to tell you thank you for sharing, because sometimes it is not easy, it's not easy to share something we feel that it's like really personal. But thank you so much. I i think i think this kind of activities are the ones that i I love checking. Mhm. Thank you. And well, I will be giving you your grades from your portfolio, if not today, tomorrow. Just for you to know, tomorrow, that it's Friday, I will be posting the grades that you still need. You need the grades from your portfolio, and you need your grades from your self access. Um, I will be giving you those for you to have an idea and for you to check that everything is correct. hmm So that's what happened during week 11. hmm Our second exam. It was it. I think you are happy, but believe me, I am really really happy with the results from the second exam. I hope you are too. Because it really 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 great grades. You are doing an amazing job. I think you were preparing for your exam. I think you were practicing. So, whatever you are doing, because it's really necessary, to practice, remember that in a language, it doesn't matter if it is English or any other language that you want to study, but we always say it is 1 hour of practice per class. So if you are supposed to have 4 hours of English, then you need to practice another 4 hours, more or less. Uh-huh. So whatever you're doing, continue doing that, continue practicing, continue checking things, reading everything you can. Cause I really think that this test was excellent. A 98% average from all the group. Mhm. So that means that most of your grades are nines or tens. So yeah, I'm really happy about it. I think you are too, because that shows the effort that you are doing. That shows that everything we do works. Everything we do works. So never think, this practice is not good. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Or I'm not gonna pay attention to this. No, everything we do, it's extremely important. Every little piece, it's like kind of building everything. And we need to build, we need to actually build this, this learning little by little. And I think you are now experiencing the results. So really good. The problems I saw according to the results, it's were on the use of the language. I think the use of the language is the area that we tend to have problems. It's everything related to grammar. That they don't call it grammar, but it's basically that. So yeah, I know grammar, it's a little bit difficult. I know it. and it's not my favorite part from English, but just we need to get familiar with that. Uh, we just need to try, and we need to continue doing grammar exercises in order to say, okay, this topic, I need to check again this certain topic. No? Something curious that happened during this exam, the fill in the blanks section. That there was a fill in the blanks section, and there were, like, specific answers that we were expecting, and some of you were not writing the complete answer, some of you were not specific enough, or something like that. So something happened on the fill in the blanks. I was checking because you were kind enough to tell me. You told me, teacher, I think this one is correct, because I was adding just one word. And I'm talking about the question that some of you included Thailand and some of you didn't. Yeah, I think it was Thailand. So I'm talking about that specific one. And yes, I was changing that. If I saw that you were just adding Thailand, well, or the word, the extra word, but your other answer was correct, your other answer was there, then yes, the answer was completely correct. I mean, you were trying to be even more specific, so yes, the answer was correct. But if you were missing something on that fill in the blanks answer, then I didn't change it. I considered that it was not a point for you. So just in case you were wondering about that specific question, that the questions were questions 8 and 9 from the use of the language, I think. No, from the reading section. I'm sorry. So yeah, there were specifically questions 8 and 9. I was changing what needed to be changed. So don't worry if you were correct. Yes, your answers. I could change that. I can say, okay, yeah, I was giving this answer as correct, but yeah, this is also correct. So there's no problem. I just mark it again. So if you want to check that, I think you can go again into Schoology and into your exam. And well, what else can I say? Excellent writings, fantastic speakings. Uh just let me give you another observation about your speaking. Please always take into account your time, the time of your speaking. Sometimes you just say, okay, I need to talk about this, but you only speak for 30 seconds, or 40 seconds, I don't know. And we give you the time for your speaking. So please check that. Always check that you are covering the time. It might be 1 minute, it might be 2 minutes minimum. And you can talk for a little bit more. It's okay if you talk for 1 minute and 40 or 30 seconds. It's perfect. I mean, there's nothing wrong about that. But I need to change your grade if you are not covering the minute. Mhm. So That's what I want to remind you. Be careful to write your complete name, because in some of you, I see that you don't write your complete name. Some of you don't even write your last names, and I'm like, oh, who is it? Who is it? Let me find it, because you don't write your last names. So write correctly your last name and your name, and of course, use both of your last names, because in Spanish we have two, or use the first last name, because sometimes you also write the second last name, and I'm like, where is it? Because I'm looking for one last name that it is not the main last name. Uh-huh. And I need to recommend you something. Reinforce all the abilities before your final exam. Mhm. This is something that we need to take into account, because we are getting really, really, really close to the final exam. And it is necessary to prepare before. If you prepare, believe me, you will have excellent results like this exam, and we will be great. You will enjoy when you see your final grade. So that's everything I need to tell you about the second exam. I'm checking to see what happens on the chat. Okay. If you have any comment, just write it, and I will answer. Okay. So the past is used for many things. And one of the things that the past is used for is telling a story. Sometimes we need to tell a story, and we are like, we can choose what parts do we need to express, and what do we need to use. There are different structures talking about the past, but one of the main uses is the simple past tense. The simple past is the one that we're going to be using in many, many, many times. And remember, these structures change, no? Sometimes we may change the simple past to passive voice and things like that. So it's really important to have from the beginning the basic ones really clear, that the basic ones are present, past, and future. So right now we need to check the simple past. In the simple past, this one is with a regular verb. Remember that with the simple past, we may use regular and irregular verbs. An irregular verb it's a verb that changes completely. Because in a verb like play, you just add ed, for example, and you have your verb in past, and that's it. Played, played, easy. And, well, the irregular are these ones, like played. And the irregulars, I think I have some examples. But what do we need to do with a simple past sentence? Well, first of all, our subject, then the verb in past, and then the complement. Mhm. And sometimes we have like a very complete sentence without the complement, like in this case. I mean, I can add the complement, or I can understand the sentence. If I say I played, it's completely clear. No, I played, but I can be more specific. I played Pokemon Go. I played Mario Kart. Hmm. What were you doing with your friends? Oh, I played Mario Kart. Hmm. So you decide. I played video games. You decide if you need to add more details, that usually on a story we'd add them. Mhm. So, how can we do, or what do we do with a sentence in affirmative way? I played. I played. You played. He played. She played. It played. We played. You played. They played. Mhm. And on the past, you need to be careful to make it like you are saying a past. Uh-huh. Because it is not the same to say I play than saying I played. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it sounds like a D, sometimes it sounds like a T. It depends. It depends on the verb, but be careful because you need to. I think you need to really give it that past. Um, you need to make it sound like the past, especially when you are speaking. No? You played, they played, and in an interrogative way. Of course, you need to take first did, uh-huh, that it's the auxiliary that you are using, did plus the person you are talking about plus the verb. Remember, did, it's already saying that it is in the past. That's the reason that you never combine did and a verb in past, because did is the past. Uh-huh. Did, it's the past of your verb. Mhm. Did I play? Did you play? Did he play? Did she play? Did it play? Did we play? Did you play? Did they play? Mm-hmm. And in a negative way, we need to add not, the word not, and did. Did not. Did plus not. That you can also say, and sometimes you hear it like that, didn't. Mm-hmm. I did not play. Remember, we did the verb it's in present. I did not play. You did not play. He did not play. She did not play. It did not play. We did not play. You did not play. They did not play. And that's it. We have the three ways: affirmative, interrogative, and negative. Okay. Hello, Uba. Welcome, Uba. And let's go This is what I was talking about. Examples of irregular verbs. What happens with an irregular verb? It is impossible to find out the irregular verb without reading a list. You need to check your verb list, and you need to begin learning these irregular verbs little by little. Something really important is you will not learn 10 verbs or 20 or 40 verbs in a day. You can take, for example, five verbs that you want to learn. You want to learn today went, gave, taught, had, and drank. So do something with those verbs, create your sentence, do something, and have those verbs in your mind for this day. And tomorrow you check again when, gave, taught, had, drank. And you begin with felt, slept, told, did, and wrote. So it's little by little. We may say that five by five, you can check. Because yes, you need a verb list. You need to find a verb list. Some of them are really, really big, and some of you include just the verbs that are that are very common to use. So I think it's better to check one that it's about common verbs, verbs that you are going to actually use. So the irregular verbs change completely. Completely. There's no way to know what they are going to do because they transform. They are like transformers. They really change completely. And, well, I have just a few examples. For example, go. The past is went. Give, gave. Think, thought. Have, had. Drink, drank. Feel, felt. Sleep, slept. Tell, told. Do, did. Write, wrote. See, saw. Take, took. Grow, grew. Say, said. Get, got. Forget, forgot. Drive, drove. Come, came. Read, read. Fíjense. This one, it's a pronunciation that you are going to find out if it is the past and not the color, but it sounds like the color. No, read, read. I read an amazing book. Read. Buy, bought. Find, found. Know, knew. Make, meet. Meet, met. Hear, heard. Hear, heard. Speak, spoke. Run, ran. And this is talking about the irregulars. I spoke with my best friend. Mm-hmm. I spoke with my best friend, or something like that. And there's a very interesting structure that is the past continuous. The past continuous is to talk about something that was happening in the past. Uh-huh. What do we need? The verb was or were plus the complement. Subject plus the verb was or were plus our complement. Mm-hmm. In affirmative, remember, when do we use was and when do we use were? Was is used with I, he, or she. I, he, she, or it is was. You, we, and they, it's used with where. We need to use where with you, we, and they. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, in an affirmative way, I was what? I was playing in the beach. You were playing in the beach. He was playing in the beach. She was playing in the beach. It was playing in the beach. We were playing in the beach. You were playing in the beach. They were playing in the beach. Mhm. This is in an affirmative way. In a negative form, what do we need to do? We add not and we may say it like wasn't or weren't. Wasn't or weren't. Mhm. I was not playing. I was not playing. You were not playing. Well, hold on. I was not playing. I wasn't playing. You were not playing. You weren't playing. He was not playing. He wasn't playing. She was not playing. She wasn't playing. It was not playing. It wasn't playing. We were not playing. We weren't playing. You were not playing. You weren't playing. They were not playing. They weren't playing. Mhm. And the same rule with all the questions. You need to write first was or were, then the person, then the complement. Was I playing? Were you playing? Was he playing? Was she playing? Was it playing? Were we playing? Were you playing? Were they playing? Were they playing with you? I don't know. So, this is the past continuous. What is the difference between the past simple and the past progressive? With a past simple, you are always going to include stacked dates. It's a completed action. Mhm. So it is just not happening again, a completed action, and you include sometimes exact dates. My second exam was last week. Mhm. In a past progressive, you are kind of talking about an action that was, you are talking about an action that was still happening. I was sleeping before the class, but I woke up. Mhm. So that's like the big difference between the past simple and the past progressive. In the past continuous, how can you combine the past continuous and the past simple? The past continuous is for a longer action or situation. So the past simple describes a situation in the past, and the past progressive interrupts that. Mhm. What can we use in this case? While and when. While before the continuous sentence, and when before the simple sentence, before the past simple one. It was raining hard when I lost my internet connection. I was answering my exam uh, when I had problems with my computer. Mhm. While I was answering my exam, my battery died. While I was answering my exam, my battery died. So we are now checking the specific product. Mhm. The product for week 14. It's a story. Write something. Well, first you may write down ideas. You're going to write a personal story. Maybe it can be when you visited an important place, when you met an important person for you, maybe when you met your boyfriend or girlfriend, I don't know. When you achieved something, maybe when you found out that you were accepted into the UAEH. I don't know. There are many things. Well, of course, it is better, or it is better for us to remember really happy things like these ones. No, going to an important place, meeting someone special, something happy, something that makes you happy. It is okay. But you can also write about something sad if you wish to do it. You can do it. When you won a medal, I don't know, many things. So you're going to record it. This is an audio. Record it, and the audio needs to be from 1:30 to 2 minutes. Oh, so the minimum time is 1:30, and uh, you can you can talk for 2 minutes, but if it is a little bit more, it's okay. Just be careful. If we tell you like more or less 2 minutes, do not record something from 4 minutes. That will be like a lot. So just try to follow the time that they tell you. And of course you need to include the drive for your audio, the link for your audio, and and you can and you need to include your exercises from the book. Mhm. I'm talking about it. Let me see if I can open it. if it is. I have many things opened. And if my internet behaves, I can open it, but I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if I gave you this tip, but I want to give it to you. Hope it opens. Yeah, it opened. You don't want to record, and you don't want to have, the audio file on your cell phone, on your computer, using space on your device. You can use this on a computer. I think it only works on a computer, and the page is bocaru.com. There's another one that it's also voicespice.com. So it's really, really easy to use because you can get the link from here. I'm I think it's not going to allow me to record because I'm using the microphone. But then you have here the option. Aquí mismo les aparece el link. And from here, you can take the link for your audio, and that it's not going to be on your computer, that's going to be on the page of Bocaru. And I mean, you can get the file if you wish, but you don't need to download the file. Ya, solito está en internet, and you just need the link. So that was the advice for to record an audio. Aunque bueno, eh, in case you want to add something, in case you want to edit the audio, maybe you can use the tools but it's another option. And well, I am going to tell you about the best day of my life, that it's something really happy for me. And this is my example. Well, this is a real story, true story. The happiest day of my life was when I met the actor Daniel Radcliffe, best known for his part on Harry Potter. I met him on August 1st, 2014. I can remember everything so clearly. I participated in many contests to meet him, and I won a contest from Los 40 Principales. I met him on the Hotel San Regis on Mexico City. I was in a video chat in front of him, and at the end, they took a small group photo. It felt like a dream to have Daniel there. I was so nervous and I forgot everything when I saw him. Another friend also won, so we were on cloud nine. It was the best and happiest day for me because he's my idol since I was 12 years old, and it was my biggest dream to meet him. He is the nicest person. Uh, 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 I still remember that day, and it makes me extremely happy. And this is the photo. This is the photo I mentioned that they took. They took a group photo. And It's a day that I will never forget. So you can share something like that, an extremely happy day for you. Yeah, he came uh to talk about the movie Solo Amigos. That it is a nice movie. It's a good movie. Not excellent, but good movie. So yeah, uh, that's my small story, and I'm so looking forward to read yours, to read your amazing stories. The link for your attendance, my dear, and don't worry I mean, I know some of your classmates couldn't be here, but don't worry. There's a link for them to watch the session and then complete the form. So, any question, my dear students? Okay, thank you, Denise. Thank you, Mish. Thank you, Ismael. Of course you can do it, Susanna. Yes, you are going to write something better. I know. I know, I know. I know you have really happy stories. Don't worry. And you see, never give up because you can meet your idol. It was never on my mind that I was actually doing that, and I did it. So yeah, don't worry, Susanna. But okay, very good. Very good, my dear students. Then it's time to let you go and enjoy a tasty meal. And I really like this one to close today's session. The mind once enlightened cannot again become dark. Thomas Paine. So remember, that's the reason that we need to go and always look for the light in our lives. And thank you so much for joining me today in the session uh that it was not on the usual day, but really thank you so much. Susan, Ismael, Mish, Denise, Ubar, Rafa, Axel, Jan, Mariela, Jorge, Carol, Rafael, Ingrid, Beira, Fátima, Uriel, Kaylee, Fernanda, Avi, Mish, Nadia. Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much, Carol. And please take care and be as happy as you can. Be really happy and enjoy everything. So we will be in touch and see you soon. Bye bye.